Why is Site Delta still alive?
I'll give you 10. I'll give you $20 if you go stab him right now. No, 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 no.
This is probably a question not a lot of us have been wondering, but has been in the back of our minds. But looking at sites like Arc32 and like Paphos, and then you start to wonder, how is Site Delta still competing? How is it still alive? How can it keep up with the modern sites? Sure, you may say that it's a dead or dying site, but if you look at previous sites like Arc32, Omega, you can just see how much Delta has outlasted them. Sure, their daily activities may have been different, but at the end of the day, Delta has outlived all of them. So why is Site Delta still alive? The biggest reason why Site Delta is still alive is because of the community. Just look at the FX community rework. A lot of that wasn't even a lot of site additions. A lot of it was just rank changes, new Discord stuff, and even the court system. And another example is the MTF rework, which happened about a year ago. All of that, what happened there was by the Directorate. The rebranding, the morphs, which were paid for by the O5, all of that was by them. Now, I'm not saying that the developers don't do that much, which they do, but without the community, there wouldn't be so many reworks, so many changes. All of it is being spearheaded by the community. Another reason why is because the players treat the game like a hangout game than anything else. Nobody really gets on to Recontain or to Riot. They get on if their friends are on. Now, the big question is, will all of this last? Will Site Delta be alive in the next year or two? Will it still have the same community that it has right now that is keeping it alive? So, will it last? No. And yes. Well, there's a couple of reasons why. One of the reasons being that the developers and the community, they do not communicate that much. For example, the Head 1 rework. Nobody asked for the new morphs, but they gave it to them, and it turned out that Head 1 didn't like it. They didn't like the new morph rework, but they did it anyways. A lot of the additions are just stuff that nobody really asked for, nobody really wanted, and there's some quality of life changes that are just not met, not given to the community, and that's one of the bigger problems. But do I think that the site will die in the next month or so? No, of course not. The game will live on for at least another year or two. But with the current state of development, I don't see going past that. You can really see why if you take a look at the technical department, now known as engineering and logistics. In the old site, they used to have a core, but with the rework, they don't have it anymore. And with the removal of the core, it has removed meltdowns, which were the best part of being in the technical department. You had to either prevent it, you had to be careful whenever you were doing tests. Now it doesn't even matter anymore. This is just something that should have been released day one, and it just didn't. Now, I could keep on ranting, but at the end of the day, it's up to the developers for them to engage more, talk about the updates, the changes, make polls. All of that will help so much with keeping the site more active. If you have any concerns that you think that should be voiced, you can comment down below or put it in the suggestions channel, as I'm sure that after this, Oh God Yes, Blastbra, the entire development team will be taking a closer look at all of the suggestions. So best time would be right now to have any suggestions put in. Quick shout out to Solidprint for making a similar suggestion in the suggestion channel. And that about sums it up. See ya.